It's world keeps changing, tightening up. We're seeing fear, obstacles. But here's the big question for everybody this morning, this Monday morning. What about opportunities? We just heard some things change in this world this weekend. The president pushed the recommended quarantine date out until the end of April. That's a long time. It's what everybody's thinking. Holy crap! What do I do? It's also getting to be the first of the month. Bills are starting to be due. What's going on in society? How do we deal with this thing? So I want to talk specifically right now about two things you can do and some of the challenges that everybody's seeing. And I want to kind of center this down onto business. So most specifically, kind of the housing market. But this, don't get me wrong, this pertains to everybody. So if you have a business, you're in a business, listen up, because you need to understand these two things. So really what we have here is we have a decision to make. We have a massive challenge, yes, but do we have a massive opportunity? The answer is yes, because we can take these things one of two ways. We can kind of curl up in a ball in the corner in the fetal position and do nothing and see what happens, but that's not how I operate. I look at it and I go, all right, what do we need to do and what can we do? I mean, that's really what it boils down to. And then we figure out what direction we need to move. So let's think about this, because I've been on masterminds. I've been listening to some very smart people talk about different businesses in different industries. And here's the reality. Yes, businesses are extraordinarily challenged moving forward here, particularly if this thing moves out more than another month or 6 weeks or 8 weeks or something like that. But the reality is everybody's in the shit together. So we need to do what we can to help our businesses, each other, things like that. So the reality is we need to take action. Okay, let's just call it that. We need to take action. And what are the things we need to do? Those two things right now that you need to have in your vocabulary are the CARES Act. Okay, if you don't know what it is, go online and study it. It's important. It may or may not help you, but it likely will. And if you're a small business person, let's say you're a real estate agent, that's the majority of the people I'm talking to here, go on National Association of Realtors and check that out. If you're outside of the U.S., check on your government and your real estate association's sites and figure out what can you find that is beneficial to your business. Some have them, some don't. That's just a reality. Some have them, some don't. But the second thing everybody has, and that's an opportunity to grow their business through the relationships. Okay? That is huge. So here's what's going on in business right now. There's this huge separation, and I've seen it because I'm talking to a lot of different business leaders out there. I'm also talking to a lot of people that are very fearful, that have said, I can't do this, or that have said, I've never done that before. Well, it's time for us to take and hold up the mirror and go, what can we do? What do we have to do in order to be successful in this? So the reality is we need to help people. We need to deploy kindness. We need to deploy our relationship skills. And if we don't have relationship skills, if we're really good at marketing, like, sales pitchy, things like that, and we need to take a step back, take a deep breath and go, what can I do to help people instead of what can I do to sell people? So let's jump a little bit more into the housing market, okay? And I want to use the term double down here. Double down. Double down's a betting term. It's used in betting, which really we're all doing right now. So I think it's very appropriate because there is risk. There is risk in the marketplace. There's risk to not doing something. There's risk to doing something. But I can tell you the risk to doing something is less than the risk to not doing something. So double down is when the odds are in your favor. And I could say the odds are in your favor by doing this, by doing what I'm talking to you about. And that is doubling down on your relationship needs, doubling down on the things that you need to do in order to stimulate those relationships. In fact, I've seen lots of different real estate brokerages, lots of different businesses in a market where their peers are shrinking, their peers are dwindling in business. These people are actually gaining business. It's weird. I know it's weird, and you're like, that's BS. No, it's actually true. I mean, some brokerages are gaining agents. There are a lot of high-producing agents that are switching brokerages right now because they're looking for leadership that's going to kind of give them that extra boost to the next level. Agents, look for opportunity with your customers when it comes to helping them. Here's the reality of agents in the housing market itself. We have more buyers coming in. We are seeing some more buyer interest. Why? Because people have the opportunity to sit at home and figure out, what do I have around here? What do I want around here? Is this working for me? Keep in mind there are going to be a few variables coming out of this. One, people are going to realize that they're now more work from home than they ever were. So they need to understand, how can that office space fit into their house? Yes, they have to have space other than their couch and their kitchen table in order to do business now. And they're going to realize that. So how do I fit that in? Do I need another bedroom? Do I need a study? What does that look like? Another thing, there's quite possibly going to be more kids entering this space in a baby boom in the next, call it 10 to 14 months or something like that, depending. There are also going to be more single people entering the world because relationships are going to be tried. I'm not trying to be a comedian with any of that, but that's just the reality of how these things work when everybody gets kind of shut in together. Their relationships are tested one direction or the other. So the housing market's going to change in that period of time. So we need to make sure that we are prepared for that as an industry itself. Not opportunistically, but relationally. Okay? Relationally, because people depend on us to answer their questions about these things. People depend on real estate agents to answer their questions about these things. And the only way that they know that you're available to answer their questions is by having a relationship with you. Okay? A lot of companies, a lot of teams have doubled down on how they're handling leads, making sure that those leads are followed up on more quickly. But more than anything, they're doubling down on their relationships in their customer base. So I've seen in the very successful real estate teams and very successful companies, even outside of real estate, the first thing they've done is they've downloaded their list of all the people that they know, and they're reaching out to every single one of them. They've categorized them. You know, who are your most transacted customers, who are your most often transacted customers, who are your highest amount transacted customers, who are your most active customers, who have referred the most as customers, things like that. How can you determine who those people are? And also who's likely, based upon their behaviors, to be participating in business, regardless of what your business is, be it housing or something else in the future. So that's something important to think about. So in RE/MAX, we have a great app. I'm not here to push this, but the reality is this is here for you. It's called First, first.io. Check it out if you haven't done that yet in RE/MAX, if you're in the U.S. Outside of the U.S., you just need to reach out to your contacts, and you need to keep a good record of it, and you need to send them video and use the Zoom piece, which is the second thing that the RE/MAX is providing for free to all of the agents and brokerages. So make sure you guys reach out for that. The information is in Max Center, remax.net. Go ahead and log in there and check that out. You know how to get in there. If you don't, call your region or contact your region, and they can help you with those things. So anyhow, here's reality. Personal conversations, video conversations, get to know your customer base better than ever. As my friend Ted says, return on relationship, ROR. This is important right now, return on relationship. So check those out today and use them every single day. This isn't an every now and then thing. This is an all the time thing. This is what your focus needs to be on, is helping your customer, reaching out and just saying, hey, Adam, I just wanted to reach out and see how you're doing. Are you safe and healthy? If you say no, say, is there anything I can do to help you? Okay, how can I help you? I'm here for you. I just wanted to say I'm touching your heart with my heart. I appreciate you. We're sending love to you, and be genuine about it because you're a good person. Okay, so again, CARES Act and reach out. That's what I got for you today. A lot of stuff really quick. Be well, stay safe. Love you guys. Thanks for all you do. Let's make it a very high impact, high love, high touch week. This one's going to be challenging, but we got this. Lots of smiles, lots of virtual hugs. Take care.